we all know that Qatar-French relations are very old and both the countries enjoy a very special and distinguished relationship. Last year in June, during the first official visit of the Amir, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani to France, French President Mr. Hollande described Qatari relations as very loyal friend and hope that friendly relations will continue. Today we have with us the French Ambassador to Qatar, Mr. Eric CHEVALLIER. Mr. Ambassador, please elaborate the relationship.
You know, as you perfectly said, the relationships are extremely good. And they are deeply rooted, you know. This is a relationship between the two countries, which is, you know, improving every day. But this started decades ago, so this is why it's so good today. It was a very important visit, because it was the first time His Highness came to Europe for his first official visit, and it was to France. And President Hollande was here in Doha 2013, you know, just the day before the Emir father handed over the responsibility of the country to His Highness Sheikh Tamim. And again, the President was here only months ago, beginning of May. So it shows you how strong are the relationships. They are strong, they are deeply rooted, they are strategic, which is very important, and they are very broad. What I mean by that, they are political, they are strategic, they are economical, they are cultural, they are in the field of education, health, defense. So, you know, it embraces all the dimensions of a relationship between two countries. So this is why I'm so happy to be here, French ambassador to the state of Qatar, because we really enjoy an amazingly good relationship. You know, we are working very closely with Qatar on the various regional and international crises. For example, the Qatari Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Khaled Al-Attiyah, was in Paris just a few days ago, working with our own Foreign Minister, Mr. Fabius, to work together on Iraq, Syria, and a way to work on this very important issue of Daesh, and on Iraq and on Syria. Yesterday, our Chief of Staff was here for the meeting of Chief of Staff, and so you see we are working really together on special crisis. Yesterday also, our Minister of Foreign Affairs called His Excellency Khaled Al-Attiyah to discuss Libya, and we were happy to see that Libya was strongly supporting the UN mission, and the head of the UN mission, Bernardino Leon, in its efforts to bring together a political solution on Libya. So as you can see, there are many areas where we are working closely. On Syria, we have worked for years together. I was the ambassador in Syria, and I was a special envoy in Syria, and I know that we've worked with Qatar a lot to try to find a solution to the crisis, because the Syrian people are really suffering a lot. So as you can see, many issues, but a lot of work together.
So what are the areas where we can expand this relationship further?
This is a good question, because especially for an ambassador, you know, when the relationship is very good, on one hand it's very easy, because you are evolving in a very positive atmosphere, but at the same time, if you want to contribute yourself to improve this relationship, it has to be really something additional which is not easy to find. But we can still expand, and we are doing that. You know, for example, you know that there was a huge contract, strategic one, which was signed during the visit of our president here in Doha a month ago, you know, for the warplanes. But for example, also the trade relationship probably will double this year compared to 2014. And in 2014, it already increased of more than 30%. So you see, the dynamics is evolving every time. In the cultural domain, we had recently in Paris the Minister of Culture of Qatar for a very important meeting, bringing together the two Ministers of Culture of the two countries and the head of the main cultural institutions, also working together to develop joint cultural projects. So this is another area. In sport, clearly we are doing more and more. That Qatar has been asked to organize the 2022. This is what is the situation, and France is working together with Qatar to prepare for 2022. For us, this is clear and simple. Qatar is preparing 2022 and France is working with Qatar to prepare 2022.